Wow.
I think that puts this in a nice little. Now,
You want to introduce our guest?
Well, no, because I want to reveal something about you first.
Okay.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Ken, for the first time ever,
Yes.
you are high on this show.
That may be true.
You told
And
me
I
this
say may be true because I'm not sure if I possibly was high before, but this is the first time I will acknowledge it.
Okay, all right, fine. No, what was your? I don't get high. I really don't.
No,
I don't
no.
get high. What was
No.
your thinking about?
Well, it was
getting
just going to be me and you initially. I mean, I do know that we have
Right.
we are going to be having an interview that we did with
Yes.
Robin Duke.
Robin
later
Duke.
on.
Robin Duke.
And I was thinking that I really hadn't put much thought into what we're going to talk about.
You thought being high might help?
Yeah, I thought perhaps because I'll see the thing. What happens when I talk about things that are just incredibly trivial, I can turn into like I overthink it,
Like guppy sex?
like guppy sex. Right. Right.
Well,
Exactly.
all right.
Or when did they realize as they were walking that it was getting earlier and earlier? And it's like,
Yeah,
when does the
that
sun
was
come
the-
down already?
All right. That was my first clue that
Yes.
he really is high.
Yes.
As your the history.
But it's
of
great to
time
be,
zones.
but it's legal. I don't know. In Iowa,
Yeah.
is it legal?
Only for medicinal purposes. We can't.
It's not recreational?
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
recreational.
Yeah.
But it is in Chicago, where I have often pointed out that my wife works, and she enjoys getting high.
That's
So
fantastic.
edibles are her thing.
Yeah, no,
she-
edibles are great. I like edibles too, but like I say, it's hard to control the dosage.
Well, I had an anxiety attack mid-COVID or something, and she said, "Well, you've got to do edibles." So I had some dosage that she prescribed,
Right.
and I freaked out. Not a freak out like I thought I had wings or
Exactly.
anything like that, but I had an anxiety attack. To overcome my anxiety attack, I couldn't sleep, and I've never touched it since.
Have I ever told you my Bill Maher story?
No, but I think you're going to.
Now I'm not, just because you said that.
And then I'm
just
going
to prove you wrong.
I am going to share a high story with you too, but tell me the
Okay.
Bill Maher story.
All right. Bill Maher, which everybody knows, he's a big proponent of getting high and smokes
Yes.
pot. So this was at, I think, the Aspen Comedy Festival many years ago. And Bill was scheduled to be appearing at like the Aspen Theater at this comedy festival, his one-man show. And so I headed out going there, and I was walking down the street, and I noticed across the street was Bill Maher. Just him, nobody else. And I was just walking by myself. And Bill Maher had done my show a couple of times and says, "Hey, Bill, how are you?" And he said, "Hey, Ken, come over here." So I came over there, and we're walking together, and he pulls out a joint. And we start walking towards the theater where he's about to perform. And the pot was unbelievable. And I got so wasted. It was incredible.
Maher has good pot.
Maher
No
has good
surprise
pot.
there.
So we get to the theater, and there's the entrance to go in the front door. And then there's a sign for the artist entrance. And I say, "Thanks, Bill. Have a great show." And I am wasted out of my mind. And I walk into the theater, and like you say, you get anxiety, or you get this feeling that everybody's looking at you, that, it's really weird. So I go into the theater, and I'm totally paranoid. I think everybody, is like, "Oh my God, I can't believe, he's so high, whatever. I don't want to fuck up. So I managed to find myself a seat without, thinking that I'm doing something outrageous. And I sit down, and then I'm watching, and the place is packed. Gary Chandler, everybody's there. And I'm thinking, holy shit, I am so wasted. And Bill Maher is about to come out on that stage and perform. And all of a sudden, the lights come down, and the announcer comes on and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Maher." I'm going, how the fuck did he
How
do that?
could he
He goes out
perform?
there.
Same high.
Same
he goes
high.
out and
He
performs.
goes out there like nothing, and just like kills. Unbelievable. It was incredible.
Whereas you're like a puddle of paranoid guacamole.
Totally.
Well, now, and I'll share my little high story, and it's why I don't get high.
I'm a little high, so I wasn't sure. Was that a good high story?
That was a very good high story.
Okay, thank you.
And I think a lot of people can relate to this. They might not
Okay.
be able to relate to my high story.
Okay.
My ex-wife, when my son Christopher, that you know quite well, was a baby, not even 1 year old, were invited to a party. And they said, "Hey, we've got a babysitter, so everybody who's got babies, put them in like a nursery room." So my little baby is in there, and we have this fantastic dinner with 3 or 4 other couples. And we have brownies, and the brownies are delicious, and we're all eating them. You know where this is going. She comes out and says, "Hey, those are pot brownies. Those are hash brownies." And I go, "Well, they're really good, and we're having fun." Everybody's laughing. We're eating more of them. This is what it's all about. This is cool. And then she comes out and says, my husband is having a heart attack.
Holy shit.
So all of that energy
Oh, yeah.
suddenly went dark.
Totally.
Dark, to where I felt trapped in this high where I started hallucinating. Everybody thinks they're going to die. The first thing, for whatever reason, I do in such a state.
This guy's a real downer, by the way. I mean, he just
Yeah.
he just took the
He
buzz right out of
destroyed
the room.
He took the buzz. But here's what happened: is I thought it would be a good idea in this state to take all my clothes off at a party and run outside. My logic being, someone will see me and go, "Oh my God, call the police! This guy needs help. Get his stomach pumped." It just seemed logical. I ran outside with my clothes off. My wife at the time, my ex-wife now, pulls me back in, takes me to the bathroom. I'm peeing all over the towels. I mean, I'm throwing up now, diarrhea. It's horrible. And the thought that
And the punchline is?
the thought that I couldn't get out of my head is, what if this is my reality and it never breaks?
Uh-huh.
That was the worst anxiety attack ever. I would.
Well,
want
I
to
would
die
get
of
that when
course.
I would do LSD. LSD is the one of the thing where you look
Well,
at
yeah,
holy
and
shit.
you can't get out. And I thought,
You
if
can't
this
get
is
out.
my reality, I felt like this is hell. I am in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, my ex-wife, who got high a lot, just calmed me down. She was like, that Dan Aykroyd is Jimmy Carter. You've taken some brown acid, or, no,
Right,
that was Bill,
right.
That was Bill Clinton, but whatever. And it calmed me down. I came out of it. I thought that 2 days had gone by. From heart attack to that was 45 minutes.
Well, that's interesting. Did you ever find out what happened to the guy who had the heart attack?
He was fine.
Oh, okay.
He was fine. He had a little indigestion
And you ended up
from
at the
the
hospital.
chicken.
And you ended up at the hospital.
Almost. Anyways, well, that's my get high story, and it's why I don't get high anymore.
All right, I'm going to just put this in. Just last thing, and I don't know if I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but because you can buy pot out here, you go to the what's it called?
Pot man.
No, it's not the
The
pot
what?
man. It's a
Dispensary.
Dispensary. Thank you. You go to the dispensary, and the dispensary has bud girls and bud boys, and they're behind the counter. And by the way, these dispensaries are very modern, very clean looking, and they're there to serve you. So you go over to the, I always choose the very attractive bud girl. I hope
Bud girl.
Bud girl. Hope this doesn't offend anybody that I choose the attractive one, but I do. Anyhow, and she goes, "Hi, how are you?" It's a hi. She goes, "What are you looking
No
for?"
pun intended.
Yeah, I said, exactly. Well, I don't really know. I said, I don't want something too down, and I don't want something, I definitely don't want paranoia. That's for sure. I said, I'm kind of a writer. I'm in create. She goes, okay, writer. That's good. What's your genre?
For real?
Yeah. I said,
There's like Western pot and
I said,
suspense pot?
generally, it's comedy. So you like comedy? Okay. So you're a writer, you like comedy. Yes. So I don't want anything that's going to make it so difficult for me to get up and write. I don't want that pot that makes you lazy. Okay. So you're a comedy writer.
Motivated.
You need to be motivated, right? And you get this. She goes, I think I have something for you. A lot of the people I know who are comedy writers, they like this particular
Fit that description. They like this. What was that pot called?
Oh, oh shit! I have it in the
Panama.
Other room. No, I do have it, but I have it in the other room because I just smoke pot in the other room.
Laugh Factory.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No. So
Well, I
yeah,
have
so
heard.
that's they have gotten so specific with pot.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Now
I
I've heard Jim Belushi.
I have to now get podcast pot.
Podcast.
I'll
There's a
tell
pun
her,
in there.
I'm in a podcast.
But so
It's kind of lighthearted entertainment.
That's your assignment before the next show. Go get your podcast pot. You know, I heard Jim Belushi interviewed, and he's a big pot distributor or pot impresario, and he talks about specific pot. I can't even speak intelligently on this.
Right. No, but
specific.
that's how
for
far.
specific
That's how
guys.
we have come in the pot world.
Well, okay.
Mm.
Well, hey, let me just say this, and then
Mhm.
and then let's go to Robin Duke, right?
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
I like Hi Kenny.
Mm.
I like Hi Kenny. A little bit of the edge is gone.
The edge, yeah.
Yeah. You seem to be enjoying yourself a little more. Not that
Hmm.
I really have an objective to cynical Kenny.
Hmm.
In fact, I love edgy Kenny, but
Well,
I like soft Kenny.
You know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you?
No, I
be?
think that's great. I think that's great.
I'm going to suggest that maybe.
Next time we should try drunk Kenny and see.
Well, I want to get
how-
look. I love drunk history on Comedy Central,
Oh,
right?
yes,
I mean, it's hysterical.
It is.
I wouldn't mind doing a drunk show
Okay.
just to see where it goes. I mean,
But
why
it can't
not?
just be us. It needs to. We need to. Can we have girls there? We never have.
Oh, we can
girls.
have
It would
anybody.
be-
And probably we should have a control element. I mean, a designated driver.
Right.
Do you think it's like just make
Well,
sure that
Oh,
the camera's turned on and the
Yeah.
microphones are working?
Oh, that's a good question. I hope. Are we still recording? Yeah, we're recording. Okay.
We're
good.
still recording.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring on Robin.
You want to tell us a little